This is something that a lot of people are telling others that are seeking motivation, and they are telling people hoping that it will be beneficial to everyone that listens. And this goes for the people that are either confused, conflicted, or need some type of motivation. And this is in order to inflict good energy to those people that want to work, strive, and fulfill all of the goals that they have been meaning to achieve. And for anybody that is just constantly frustrated as the days go by, but want to learn and create something, however they aren't seeking any excitement to make it happen, well then this is something that may be beneficial for them to listen to in order to help all of us actually, so that we can do all of the things that we have been meaning to do but still have not done yet. So I'm going to start it off by saying this, and a lot of us don't really put a lot of thought into this statement, and this statement is that life is what you make it. What type of life are we making? What are we doing every day? Is our intent to work the same 9-to-5 job for most of our lives, then come home and be entertained by television for the remainder of the day, then do the same thing over and over again? What about you? What are you looking to study, learn, and grow to understand who you really are and what you really are? Meaning, are you working to make that life to become your reality? Are you doing the things that you need to get done so that you can be in the position that you want your life to be in? Or are you sitting down waiting for somebody else to pick up the pieces and do all the work for you? So a lot of people are thinking about this and paying attention to what's happening to them and why they are staying with the same problems. So they have to question if they are telling themselves that they aren't smart enough or capable enough to do certain things because they don't even believe in themselves. And because of this, they can be waiting for someone else that is capable of doing the things that they tell themselves they can't do, so that someone else can do their work for them. So what about you? When I say you, I mean those of you that are listening. Are you waiting for somebody else to take your life to the next level instead of you taking your own life to the next level? So you have to put in the work. And are you putting in the work to enjoy life because you are in control of the direction that it's going? Or are you waiting for somebody else to tell you what you need to do in order for your life to go in the direction that you want it to go? Now ask yourself this: are you making your life the way you want it to be, or are you waiting for somebody else to make your life the way you want it to be? Because you don't want to put in the work to make your life the way you want it to be. Because you don't want to put in the time and energy into learning and gaining more knowledge. Because you don't have the mental strength that your mind needs to be at. Because you don't want to learn and understand why you are having the problems that you are having in your life. So how are you going to fix the problems in your life if you're not studying to find out the answers to your problems? That's what we want, right? Don't we want to fix the problems that we're having in our lives? So people have to be confident and believe in themselves. Believe you can do it. So don't pay attention to how long the journey will take. If you feel that's a problem, then set short-term goals so that you can enjoy it while working on your long-term goals. That way you can appreciate the journey that it takes to complete the long-term goals. And in order to help you do this, toxic people need to be taken out of your personal environment. And when I mean personal environment, I do mean your home. And if it is in your home and you don't have a place to stay, then find a place that you can go to where you can grow in peace. And the reason people have to do this is because they have to minimize distractions. And this is because a conflicted mind will slow you down. So if you don't want to get it done, then that's a problem. And if you do want to get it done, you have to put the work in and use the correct techniques that will help you get it done. Another reason is that some people don't want to start until they have help from like-minded people. However, that may not come right away, but I'll tell you this, they will eventually come. And when people put in the work, they have already learned, grown, and established more than before. Also more than they would have if those like-minded people came sooner. And not only that, but after you put in the work, you can also inspire others around you. Others can seek interest in what you have or have accomplished. Then you can build at a higher level opposed to the level you would have been at if you were to have that help earlier on. And the people that come into your life that just want you to help them to do the things that they are too lazy to do, people need to kindly refer them to someone else that can help so that your time doesn't get wasted. Or tell them that you are too busy. Or tell them that they are capable of doing the things themselves and they can figure it out too. By now, people can go online and find instructions and tutorial videos all over. So understand, if everybody is on the same page and plays their position, that's how a strong team forms. But a lot of people don't see it, especially the ones that are content with being lazy, and they might be the ones that end up getting left behind. See, what we're doing is we're making a constant habit of blaming others for the fact that some people have no help, but we're also not seeing the fact of why and how we're also not putting in the work correctly in order to make our lives the way we want it to be. And not only that, but we are also not realizing the positions we can play together while knowing our roles while being on the same team. And in some cases, depending on what we are trying to do, the way the system is set up, it may be extremely difficult and take years to accomplish what we want out of life. And that's based on what has happened in this world and also what we are up against. But you have to understand that when they say life is what you make it, life is what you're doing. Life is what you're thinking, how you're feeling, and knowing. And what you don't know or worry about can not only be your weakness, but it can also make you afraid. But what people don't understand is the fact that whether you are afraid or not, the fact of actually doing becomes your reality. And that is the process of overcoming that fear. And the more coping skills you achieve, the more that fear fades away. So the fear is worrying. The fear is not knowing how. The fear is finding out how, but you don't think you can do it. So the fear is the work that it takes to make you know how. So the fear is the work. The fear is also how you're feeling. Our emotions also play a key role into that. The fear is losing everything. The fear is money. The fear is the unknown. The fear is what you're thinking. So in order to counter that fear, we need direction. And direction is what drives us to put in the work. And direction is also what drives us to transition that fear. So it allows us to get closer and closer to the life that we want. So if you have lost confidence in that, you would need to be redirected to head towards the right path. And in order for change to really happen on your own or with the help of others, you need to change what you do on a daily basis. So the way you find out how, besides just hearing and telling yourself positive things, is through learning how to boost your confidence and self-esteem and actually work to achieve your goals. For example, if you want to become an educated teacher, tell yourself every day that you are an educated teacher and be confident. Then listen to it while you're sleeping, and then when you wake up, work towards becoming an educated teacher. So unless your life is in danger, don't worry about what other people think about you, how other people feel about you, or their interpretation about you, because how they feel and think about you does not determine what you will become. That just determines what they believe you will become. And what you become is determined by how often you are studying, learning, and growing. What you do is what you become. So the better you become at what you're doing, the more skillful and experienced you become. The more you perfect what you're doing, the more skillful you become. And when you say you want to be something and actually do it, you become it when you actually do it. And the better you become at what you're doing, you will eventually come across like-minded people. And that's when a strong team can form. See, what we don't know is that we have been victimized to procrastinate on meaningless habits. We all have, including me. But these things don't advance you into building a career, and most importantly, for you to learn and find out who you are and what you are. Instead, some people have daily habits that consist of having their minds strongly entertained but financially weak, and also clueless to the strengths of knowledge. And the more we learn truths, the more we can learn and come to a higher realization based on all of our conscious perspectives put together. However, if you are one of those people that don't want to get involved and time passes you by, then you'll be stuck, getting older and older with the same problems because you haven't realized something new in order to adjust your daily habits. And if you spend all of your time being lazy, you will be lazy. That's your habit. If you spend all of your time relying on others to get your work done, instead of learning and doing it yourself, you will always rely on others to get your work done and not learn how to do it yourself. That's your habit. Now, what happens if those people you rely on suddenly become unavailable? See, these habits are restricting you to become what you want to become in life, but these restrictions are also causing you to be content. And don't get me wrong, we all need help. I'm not talking about doing everything by yourself. I'm talking about if you don't have help, then you have to work hard and establish something until help and a team finds you. Then you can build on a higher platform full of like-minded people. So many people that are content are entertained and comfortable at the same time because they believe in a false belief system that was taught to them. Things aren't set up to be easy to be successful. They're full of difficult obstacles that we have to be aware of and figure out how to hurdle over them in order to complete them. And when you understand this, you will come to realize that the only thing that is stopping you is you. So go after your dreams and don't take life for granted. And how you start to go after your dreams is by challenging yourself. As a matter of fact, I challenge you for 30 days to dedicate yourself to actually doing something that you said you were always going to do, but still have not done yet. And how you do that is by finding excitement while working towards achieving your goals. So we have to pay attention to what else we would want to do during our free time. What would we want to do? Cause more problems? Go to parties all day? Binge watch television shows? Play video games all day? So as long as you stay dedicated, you can slowly become addicted to your work and get closer to knowing more about who you are, what you are, this world, how your body works, creating something, building a career, and connecting with like-minded people. So go after those dreams. Otherwise, you'll just remain dreaming.